That was good.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm only kidding, but thank you very much.
Hey, and any of the black chairs over here as well. Thank you. Laura, you want to sit next to the girls?
Sure.
Sharon Casey. Any of the black chairs, there's some more on the side too. Over there. How are you? Happy New Year.
Yeah, thank you.
No, I'm all set. Hello,
Yeah,
Tom.
if you don't mind.
Fine.
Okay, here we go. Give me
Smile.
some space. I always do. You know that.
That's right.
I don't look cranky.
No,
I don't.
you're a inspiration to us all.
Listen, I'm a model citizen. Hi, George.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to welcome you all here to the hearing on the nomination of William Rooney to the position of Associate Justice of the Hampshire, Eastern Hampshire District Court. And we're going to first swear in the witnesses. Anybody who's going to testify here today? I'm sorry? Okay. Okay, you also swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so that I'm not here before this honorable body, Executive Council, the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. Thank you. All right, my name is Mary Hurley. I am the Governor's Council from Region 8. I'd like to welcome all of you folks here. Pleasure to see you. And I would welcome, first of all, Mr. Rooney to start with his first witness. Is that Peter Brady?
Yes, it is.
All right. So you Peter Brady from the firm of Charter Owen and Brady, who's your partner, is that correct?
That is correct.
All right, Mr. Brady, proceed.
Good afternoon, Councilor Hurley, and thank you for the opportunity to speak here today. I've known and practiced law with Bill Rooney for 22 years. He joined our law firm, has served, prior to that, he served as an assistant district attorney to Bill Bennett in Hampshire County. In our firm, Attorney Rooney has handled a variety of cases, both civil and criminal. In all of them, he showed an even temperament and treated all parties, both clients and opponents, with a sense of fairness and compassion. He's been involved in a variety of community activities, especially anti-drug organizations, including Ludlow Cares. In addition, he's been an elected official in the town of Ludlow for 16 years, both on the school committee and as a select, and several times as chairman of the board of select. He's very comfortable in the courtroom. He knows his way around the courtroom and is regarded by his fellow attorneys as both well-prepared and has a sense of collegiality. To borrow a phrase from one of our distinguished writers of old, he strived mightily in age and drink as friends with his opponents. Married to his wife Laura and father of 3 daughters, he's active in his church and treats all with respect and dignity. Now, I don't want anybody to think that he's perfect. I'm sure his wife will tell you he's not. However, as a partner and an associate in the law, I find him most perfect. I just would conclude by saying the judicial branch and the Commonwealth of Massachusetts is very fortunate to, as a whole, to have him nominated as a judge. Thank you.
Yes, Mr. Kennedy.
Sounds like you're gonna really miss it as a partner.
If I had to speak a negative word, I would, because I will miss him as a partner.
No, we can arrange them to stay there.
No. Don't do me any favors. But that's very, very true.
Counselor, Doug.
Can you tell me a little bit about the program you mentioned, Ludlow Cares?
Yeah, it's an anti-drug program that was started, Bill was involved in from the outset, to combat primarily, well, not primarily then, but now the opioid situation. But he's been very active with that. He's, in fact, he's started and been involved in several residential programs also in the Western Mass area.
Thank you.
Counselor Juvenile.
You know where, hi, how are you?
I'm fine, Councilor Jubenville.
I wanna know one thing.
Sure.
Uh-oh.
Where was he born?
He was born in Hoyer, born and raised.
Right there.
In fact, not too far from where my daughter Eileen was born. Eileen Brady.
Yeah, but you guys were up in the big money.
Ah, well, that's
Counselor Casey.
Attorney Brady, it's nice to see you.
good to see you again,
I
Counselor.
think we had a case a few years ago.
Yeah, we did, and it was one of those amicable things. It worked out very well, I thought.
Absolutely. Do you still have your place in Ireland?
I certainly do.
That's where we're gonna continue this hearing too.
It's
It's just a wee humble cottage.
It's great to see you. Thank you for
Good to
your
see you, too.
testimony.
Counselor Anella.
No, thank you. Excuse me. How long have you been associated with the nominee?
22 years.
22 years. And how many folks in your law?
Now
Yes.
or then?
Now,
There's 2 of us, Bill and I.
any support staff or just the 2 of you?
And my administrative assistant, Lisa, she runs the office.
Okay, so there's the 3 of you. right?
That's right.
And in the last, say, 3 years, has your practice been more civil, more criminal,
It's got to be more civil than criminal.
and I'm just curious, why is that? Just a fluke or?
Most of my clients are staying out of trouble. I think that's one of the reasons. I don't do public defender work anymore, but I mean that, as your practice matures, you get into estates and real estate and those types of things rather than the combative things. But any of the litigation, I must admit now, whether it's civil or criminal, Bill would handle. I don't go to court anymore.
So, the firm does more civil than criminal. Of the civil side, which is more than the criminal, how would you separate areas of law in the civil? Real estate, personal injury?
I would say that the probate, meaning estate and estate planning, and real estate are probably maybe 50%, 55%, The rest would be, accidents and criminal and the,
So, with respect to the district court, if 55%, just to get a sense, here,
sure,
is probate, whatever else you said. Most of the, at least my experience, most of the cases in the district court, whether it's Hampshire County, Hampshire County, in theory, some of the land is, I believe, Councilor Hurley told us quite frequently. But it's criminal and it's civil.
right,
Most of the probate matters, at least it's my understanding, are in the probate.
that's correct,
Most of the housing cases, not all of them, but are in the housing.
correct.
Do you think this is the best fit where, you know, he's done probate? Do you think the district court is the best fit for the nominee?
I do, I'll tell you why, because I would handle a vast majority of the probate court and the probate stuff, whether it's the probate of estates or the estate planning. As they say, Bill would, anything that would be in the district courts, he certainly would handle. And it's not a joke when I say I need a roadmap to find some of the district courts, because I haven't been there.
How would you describe his temperament?
A lot better than mine. He's a very, sometimes to the point of being upsetting, he's a very even-tempered guy. And that's what I think it makes him a good candidate for the bench.
Can you see a scenario in which he would chastise an attorney who appeared in front of him? Yeah,
I find it hard to come up with a case. But I think if he did, or if he had to, it would probably be done in private.
When you say private, what's that? Up to the sidebar?
Even in that, I don't think that he's the type of fellow who would try to embarrass anybody in public. Now, that doesn't mean that they don't get a calling down at sidebar or something like that, but he's just not that type of person.
And the same question with respect to a defendant.
Probably more so. I mean, he's decent.
Okay,
You know?
that's good to know. I'm an attorney, but I haven't practiced, in many years. I'm more of a manager in the office. But I hear stories all the time where lawyers will, because they have to pay the rent, they have to pay the electric bill, as you folks know, they have to pay the office manager. So there's a lot of pressure to make sure the bills are paid.
Yeah.
What do you do in a situation, because there are lawyers on this body, and I hear stories all the time, they have to be in court A, B, and C at 9 a.m. on next Thursday. So you can't be at all places at the exact time. And I know this is a question for the nominee, but give me a sense, what will he be like? Is he gonna say, hey, we should have been here at 9? Because again, you gotta pay the rent. It's tough being a lawyer these days. What's your thought on that?
I think because he's been in that situation, he'd appreciate the problems of the conflict. That's how I preface it. And I think that if it was I don't want to say an everyday occurrence, I think that the nominee would take into consideration those problems which exist, especially in Western Mass, where the distance between district courts can be somewhat longer than down here. I'm from Walpole originally, and you had a lot of courts. You had Rentham and Dedham and Stoughton and everything else, which are fairly close. I would not see Attorney Rooney taking it out on an attorney because of it.
Thank you. My last question is, again, I hear stories from other attorneys. Motion for continuances. There are times, like the last scenario, where attorney has to be in this court, that court. So you have to file a motion for continuance. Tell me what you think of a Judge Rooney, where, let's give this hypothetical, and you may not know, so I don't understand that, but I'm just trying to get a sense where you're so close to it for 22 years. First continuance, most judges agree. Now it's the second continuance, and someone files a motion, says, I have a case in, you mentioned, Stoughton District Court, and it was scheduled before this one or whatever. What is he gonna do on a case like that? Or even if, let's even make it real simple. One of his chief witnesses, Mr. Green, hasn't shown
Oh,
up.
I met him before too.
Yeah.
I not met him.
I bet him. So what's he gonna be like? Now, that's my second continuance. Is he gonna give me a hard time, or? It's legitimate. It's not judge shopping.
Okay, if it's legitimate, he'll inquire, but he'll give, I would guess that he'd give him the continuance.
Yeah, and this is, you don't have to answer this, but a question that I'd be interested with you is, what are you gonna do in that third and the fourth continuance? You can answer it later on, but like, now someone says, I have a matter in, Sacramento, California. I have a Social Security disability case. Here's the notice from the Social Security disability. We're talking federal. And then it's the district court. It's the fourth continuance. Are you kidding me? I've heard these stories.
Oh, I know.
And then I hear these stories where, my wife surprised me. She's gonna take me and the two kids to Disney World. I got two young kids, 6 and 8. But it's the fourth continuance. My feeling has always been, if they're legitimate, and everyone I've mentioned is legitimate, and I have a lot of personal knowledge on a lot of these. Again, I've been on courts in a long, long time. But when you know him the best, without getting into specifics, is he the type of guy who's going to say, you know what, I know it's the fourth time, but what's he going to do? He's got a family. He wants to take it. Federal matter, Sacramento, California. You can't tell a federal, administrative judge, sorry. Is he going to be okay in those situations? Well, thank you. I'm glad to hear that. I don't have any further questions.
Thank you. Anyone else? All right, thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
I voted for Mr. Green a few times. Our next witness is Joseph Bernard.
Actually, Councilor, if we could have Ellie Milano.
Oh, sure. Ellie Milano. She's the town administrator for the town of Ludlow.
Good afternoon. My name is Ellie Milano. I'm currently the town administrator for the town of Ludlow. I'd like to thank the Governor's Council for allowing me to speak on behalf of Attorney William Rooney. And with your permission, I'm going to refer to him as Mr. Rooney moving forward because that's how I've always known him. I have known Mr. Rooney for many, many years, having known of him when he served on both the Ludlow School Committee and the Finance Committee. I have worked directly with him and for Mr. Rooney while he has been on the board of selectmen. And I say with, because while he's directly my boss, he has always made me feel as a partner, always seeking my opinion, respecting my opinion, and oftentimes just bouncing ideas and thoughts around. He demands respect and gives respect on all matters pertaining to the town, its employees, and the citizens. There are a few points that I'd like to touch on. One, his sense of community and family and how he has managed to merge the two. One conversation I recall having with him when he was appointed first as the chairman, my comments usually to any of the new chairmen are, this is the perfect part-time job for someone. For those of you who have worked in politics, you know the extraordinary amount of time and dedication it takes to fulfill those responsibilities. Anyways, Mr. Rooney discussed how he would like to bring his children to many of the events that he needed to attend. This allowed for him to spend time with his family, but I think also instilled that sense of community and volunteerism to his children. Through the ensuing years, they did attend many functions. They are committed to each other and their community. 2, several years ago, Mr. Rooney attended an event in another municipality and saw what that community was doing to combat the ever-rising drug issues. He immediately brought this back to Ludlow, and through his hard work, public outreach, and the work of many, many community members, too numerous to name, Ludlow Cares came into existence. This is a group that is community-based, consisting of residents and representatives from town departments and outside businesses. This group has done wonderful work in education and combating drug addiction and risky behavior of our youth. They provide services to both the youth and their parents. He is very dedicated to this initiative, and I'm sure is very proud of the accomplishments. He has also been very involved with the Michael J. Geitz Foundation, which has sponsored and provided halfway group homes for individuals recovering from substance abuse. 3, residents find Mr. Rooney very approachable, as can be attested to by the many numerous sideline conversations held at sporting events, or the many times I personally have seen him in the grocery store pulled aside and having lengthy conversations with residents. My favorite, of course, is our Monday morning conversations outlining the list of concerns and problems that have been brought to his attention. He takes every item brought to his attention very seriously and listens intently to the people's concerns. I find that his compassion allows him to see these matters from their point of view. He takes it upon himself to make sure that any of the matters are fully vetted, and if he is going to be deciding on this matter or the issue, you can bet that he has fully reviewed it. He's very, very, very fair and open. Oftentimes, his response may have to be in the negative, but it is provided to them in a very respectful manner. You would be hard-pressed to find anyone who would say that Mr. Rooney did not listen to them. I believe him to be a highly respected person in our town. Since his nomination was released, I have been approached by many, many residents expressing their delight for him, complimenting the role he has played over the last years as selectman, and stating that they are going to miss him. I have to concur with all of the residents. Commonwealth's gain is Ludlow's loss. Thank you.
Any questions? How long have you been working for the town of Ludlow?
I have worked in my 19th year with town level,
19 years as town administrator?
not as town administrator with the town. I've been the town administrator for 11 years.
Who hires the police chief?
I'm sorry,
Who hires the police chief?
the board of selectmen.
What would the chief say about the nomination?
I think he would also concur that it's Ludlow's loss. In fact, in the time frame that I've been the town administrator, Mr. Rooney has been on the board. They have appointed a new fire chief, a new police chief, several officers on the police department, several promotions, a new town accountant. I think we've gone through a new building commissioner. I think we've gone through 5 or 6 major department heads during his tenure.
How many officers on the force?
There are 4, including
I'm a former police officer and chief. So I'm a law and order guy, so it was good to see what the police have to say about somebody, especially with criminal defense lawyer, which I just criminal defense myself. It's always good to me. You have to respect the town employees when you're selected. It's a high balance.
So I think that I can answer for the chief in stating, I don't think they would hesitate to contact the individual. It's a very open.
Is that a 3-member board or 5?
5.
And are you the chair?
I'm not this.
Thank you very much for coming up there.
Do you have any other questions?
You hired by the board of selectmen, you serve on the board of selectmen.
Yes, I did.
So if Attorney Rooney is confirmed by this council, what will the town do? Have a special election or just wait until May? And have potentially 4 members and deadlock and 2 ties? If your town is anything like some towns can be, when they have that schism and the pendulum swings and.
So our election is the 4th of May in March.
Okay.
So if Attorney Rooney is accepted, depending on when he has to resign, depending on whether we can get him on the ballot for this March or not. If not, then it's up to the Board of Selectmen to decide whether they would stay with 4 members until the following election or a special election. Okay, I'm not sure if the Board of Selectmen are the only group or that cannot appoint themselves.
So, I mean, what does this mean for the delicate balance of power in the community of Ludlow if Attorney Rooney becomes
how am I with, I think I have a very good working relationship with all of them. I hold, my philosophy has always been, there are 5 elected individuals. And by their election, they are afforded a very high level of respect. And I think that they all have very diverse backgrounds, very diverse opinions, but they do have the ability to talk to each other. And while occasionally there have been some times when they have disagreed and the vote has stagnated, it's very, very few. So I think that I'm thinking that I haven't had a long discussion with any of the other board members on this, but I'm thinking that they will look to either have a special election. I think a year is too long. It'll only be a couple months.
And speaking to the nominee, I guess you meet every other Tuesday?
Correct.
And are your meetings televised?
Yes.
And are you present at every meeting?
Yes.
And have there been times, are there any other attorneys on board?
Yes.
Well, that's unusual, so there are 2 lawyers out of 5?
Mhm.
Do they ever, have there been occasions when the nominee has offered an opinion regarding something that may have come up before the town on a legal matter that, not an overcomplicated matter, but any legal matters that come before the town issues?
No.
Well, I asked that because, as a former board selectman person myself, and because I don't have sometimes you get questions from people, very simple questions, without an attorney having to go outside of their comfort zone necessarily, without incurring $300, $400, $500 an hour of town council. Everybody wants to run for town council, as if they're the guys are so safe every legal question there is, but, it was not uncommon for members of our board to weigh in a degree of confidence without overstepping. That's why I asked. You can save your community some dough, just being practical about certain things.
Well, there's practicality, yes, and then I think that both the attorneys that are on the board try to be very careful on what they weigh in on, as whether it's their legal opinion. And they usually leave talking with town council to
11 years is a nice run for a town administrator. Usually people are doing 2, 3 years, bouncing from community to community. A lot of people in those jobs don't have a full grasp of what the position is, and they bounce around from town to town, and they screw things up and they get out of Dodge right before anybody can uncover the mess that they left. So congratulations to you, you must be doing something right.
Anything else? Any other questions? All right, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Lastly, we'll have Attorney Joseph Bernard, who's, defense counsel in the area of Massachusetts. You may proceed.
So good afternoon. I've known Bill. He and I began to practice in the DA's office together many, many years ago. I remember him to be an individual way back then, and we always say it in the office, one of the most thorough and thoughtful. Sometimes, maybe overthinking things, but one thing you could say, he was always prepared. And then when we left the DA's office, and back then, as opposed to now where people are clamoring to get those jobs, we would leave after 3 or 4 years and we'd go into private practice. And Bill went into a wonderful practice in Holyoke, and we stayed friends. And I got, and his family and began to grow, and mine did as well, and we would stay, close to one another. I think as a lawyer, one of the greatest compliments you can give an individual is to refer people, family members. And I would often, I don't handle real estate matters or other civil events, I would refer them to Bill, my sister, for example. And I say that because I think it just shows how confident I am in his ability, in how he handles every legal situation. As the years passed, I got to know him, and we refer cases back and forth. My practice now is really just geared to impaired operations all over Massachusetts. And there are times where I have the luxury of I'm just too busy, and Bill would often step in and assist me. I would call him many times, on a Sunday night, and I would have to be in as counsel was talking about, being 3 places at once, and Bill would step in, and I would always have a lot of confidence in the fact that he could handle those clients without any problem whatsoever. And that was the feedback I got constantly, that he would handle himself with professionalism and a great deal of wisdom. And in the district courts, as many of you know, it's a fast-paced situation. Busy district courts, whether it's in Springfield or it's in Somerville the other day, it's a lot going on. And the fact of the matter is, district court judges need to have a degree of wisdom to cut through situations quickly, promptly, with dignity and with respect to litigants and for lawyers. And I've seen this man do that. I really have. And I think there's a big difference between an individual who can react and respond, And Bill is somebody who will respond. He won't react out of negative emotion or anger or hostility. He will sit and reflect, and he will respond with intelligence and compassion. And I don't think you can really ask much more for a district court judge. I just don't. I don't see you're going to see Bill Rooney on the bench blowing up or overreacting. I think you're going to see a very calm, thoughtful person, and somebody who understands the law. And if he doesn't, I think he has enough courage to say the very magic words, and he won't necessarily say them out loud, but he'll say, I don't know. He has the courage to say that, and I'm going to look into it, and he will. And his decisions, I think, will be very thoughtful, and they will be based, entirely on the law. And in conclusion, I love those questions about continuances, because a very wise lawyer in Springfield, Michael Jennings, who was a very good friend of mine, once said, one of the greatest tests, right? One of the greatest tests of a district court judge is the determination of how he handles continuances. And I thought about that for years and years, and I couldn't agree with it more, and it just struck me today when you were asking those questions. I couldn't agree more how a district court judge handles those type of situations. And I think Bill Rooney would handle them, with a great deal of honor and compassion. And with also, by the way, I want to just kind of weigh in, with an understanding of who's it prejudicing. If there's great prejudice there, I'm sure he'll take that into consideration. So with that, I would implore this council to support this nominee. I think he'll do a great job.
Thank you. Any questions? Council Tudor.
Thank you. All right.
Good things.
So you mentioned that he's going to be courageous.
I don't know if those were my words, but I wouldn't disagree.
He's going to have the courage to say that.
Oh, yes. Oh, absolutely. I've known this man for a very long period of time, and I say without reservation. Absolutely.
How long have you been practicing?
I've been practicing 26 years.
You know, there are guys sitting on the bench, never sit on that bench.
I know that all too well, sir. Yes.
So, me,
Those 2 words will be coming out of his mouth at appropriate times. I can tell you that without reservation. Absolutely correct.
Anyone else? Anyone else? All right, thank you, Ms. Bernard. Appreciate you coming down. All right, is there anyone else who wishes to speak in support of the nominee? You have something you want to add?
sure.
You're here in Saunders?
Yeah.
And in what capacity do you work?
I was Bill's colleague for selected for years.
All right. And this is in support of his nomination? Okay, thank you very much. Anyone who wishes to speak in opposition to Mr. Rooney's nomination? Hearing none, this time declare that portion of the meeting closed. And I would invite Mr. Rooney to make his remarks, and if you want to start by introducing your family.
Yes, thank you, Councilor. I'll start, actually, I have a number of guests here that I'd like to just go from the side. Over on my far right is Debbie and Rick Paxio, longtime friends of mine, friends of ours from Ludlow. Next to them is my cousin, Attorney Tom Day, a partner at Egan, Flanagan and Cohen. Next to him, again, our longtime friends, Maureen and Jake Sola. Far left over on here are Gary and Donna Cochane, again, longtime friends of Ludlow. I think you may have met before Lisa Bridges, who actually runs the show, and Charlie O'Brien Brady being our office manager. Again, Aaron Saunders, who I'm not sure there were too many things we agreed on in 8 years of the Board of Selectmen, but I'm so proud that he's here today. Ellie, you obviously know Joe Peter. This way, I have two nephews. My nephew Michael is here. His brother Ryan couldn't be here because he started a job not too long ago, and it's very important that he's there. My middle daughter, Casey, who's a graduate of Holy Cross and now works for Dell Technology. My sister Maureen, who is 2 years older than me, stressed out 2 years. My wife Laura, and all the way over is my youngest daughter, Kate, who is a senior at Ludlow High School, has been accepted so far to Bentley University, Providence College, UMass, Eisenberg School, and Western New England. So we're very proud. My oldest daughter, Allie, is not here. She lives in Arkansas, but she is certainly here in spirit, that's for sure. And I certainly want to thank everybody for coming out. Good afternoon. Councilor Hurley, Councilor Ferreira, Councilor Jubenville, Councilor Devaney, Councilor Iannella, Councilor Duff, Councilor Kennedy, and Councilor Casey. Let me begin by saying how honored and humbled I am to be here today in front of all of you, sitting in front of this body, an institution that has been in existence for nearly 400 years. I would like to thank Governor Baker and Lieutenant Governor Polito for this nomination. I would also like to thank the Governor's Chief Legal Counsel, Lon Povich, the Executive Director of the Commission Nominating Commission, Sharon Casey, and the Commission's Deputy Director, Emily Gothier. Finally, and most importantly, I would like to thank all of you as the Governor's Council. We know that you are the body that actually confirms nominations, so I thank you very much for allowing me here today and for you to consider this nomination. I believe all of you have a fairly good idea of my professional background based on my judicial application and the Governor's Council questionnaire, which I recently completed. Therefore, I thought I would take a few minutes to introduce you to Bill Rooney, the person. My maternal grandparents, Mary and Michael Flynn, came to this country from County Kerry, Ireland, to escape religious persecution and to seek a better opportunity for themselves and for their family. They settled in the great city of Holyoke, where they raised their two daughters, Marie and Julianne, my mother. My paternal great-grandparents, Catherine and William Rooney, came from Belfast, Northern Ireland, and found their way to Ludlow, where William went to work in the Ludlow mills making jute. One of their sons, Emmett, my grandfather, worked for the post office, and in 1946 started the Ludlow Register, a weekly newspaper which was an integral part of our family for nearly 60 years. Growing up in Ludlow along with my sister Maureen, I was blessed to have the parents I did. My only regret in receiving this nomination is that Bill and Julie Rooney are no longer here to share it with me. I would not be here today without the love, guidance, and support I received from my parents. They gave me many gifts. The two greatest gifts they gave me were a strong moral foundation and their constant example to treat everyone fairly and with a sense of compassion. I believe that they are very proud today, and I can't thank them enough for everything they gave me. After graduating from Ludlow High School, I received a BA from St. Anselm College, after which I went to work right here in this building, working for the late State Representative Phil Mullins. I then went to work for Blue Cross and Blue Shield and Metropolitan Life Insurance Company before returning to Ludlow to attend Western New England College School of Law. The best decision I ever made in my life was to attend law school. Not because I became a lawyer, but because it was there that I met my wife, Laura. She has been my best friend and my biggest supporter every day for the last 26 years. We have raised 3 strong, intelligent, and caring daughters, Allie, Casey, and Kate, and they are truly the joy of our lives. We are blessed for the young women they have become, and we can't wait to see what the future holds for each of them. I am so thrilled that Casey and Kate could be here today. And as I stated earlier, I know for sure that Allie is sending her best wishes all the way from Arkansas. I am fortunate to live, work, and raise a family in Ludlow. I have dedicated many years of public service in Ludlow and throughout Western Massachusetts. But I have received far more from this service than I could ever give. I have held elected office for 16 years and have served on countless boards, committees, and volunteer organizations. I have been truly lucky to serve with many dedicated people who have taught me the true meaning of giving back to your community. If my nomination is confirmed, I will strive every day to follow one of the inscriptions on the front of the Hall of Justice in Springfield. Fill the seats of justice with good people, not so absolute in goodness as to forget one's human frailty. This inscription captures the compassion needed to be a district court judge. If I am confirmed, I would consider the position of district court judge to be the highest form of public service. Again, thank you for allowing me to be in front of you today, and I look forward to your questions.
Thank you. Questions?
What school are you pushing your daughter to go to?
I'm not sure where you graduated from, Counselor, but
Brian, that wasn't on this.
It is not.
But I have 3 daughters, so I can share my experience.
Well, I think certainly it's where she wants to go. That's what I'm supposed to say. But I would say Bentley is her #1 choice. She applied their early decision as opposed to the others' early action. And so we have visited it several times. In fact, I would point out that the Paxios are graduates of Bentley, so they've been kind of pushing in that direction as well. But certainly with any of the before I mentioned, she could not go wrong.
Well, congratulations. Great. Get into the eyes. My daughter, one of my daughters, she must really getting graduated. Very successful now. Congratulations. Lovely children there. It's not often that we get a candidate like you. I think when we all run for office, we all say we want the best, the brightest, someone that has civil and criminal experience. It's not often we get somebody that's equally qualified in both criminal arena and the civil arena, as you are. I read through your stuff, talked to Mary Curley in depth. She's a huge fan of yours. I like your experience on the finance committee, school committee, selectmen, incredible, public service. my experience being a police chief for 9 years, I'm just concerned that your golf game.
Well, it's been taking a toll certainly, but I call from a couple of people in this room and they beat me now regularly, but we'll see.
I'm not one to badger people with questions when so qualified as you or Rick or any material. I think you're gonna make a stellar judge, the right temperament,